everybody, welcome back to Pushing Pixels. I'm your host, Sam Mestis. I got a new tutorial for you here, and it's kind of loosely based on what we did a couple weeks ago with this tutorial. And I kind of want to do something similar, but I want to use it in a context where we can actually use this in, in an ad. So we're going to do some sort of marketing ad here. And I've already gotten started. I'm at 19 by 20 by 1080 at 72 DPI. And those are high definition ratios, in case you're wondering if you're in television. And so let's get going. We're going to use some custom brushes. We're going to use some gradients and some basic tools, and make a nice little beer ad here for a magazine layout. So first things first, I've already gotten started. I made a box, and I filled it with a gradient from black to a light green, which is about 2/3 the size of the screen. Then I made another one on the bottom, which starts at black and goes to a different green, because I really wanted to get a horizon line going across the screen here. And so we're going to start with there, and we're going to keep continuing here. So I'm going to put a layer over the top box here, over the top layer there, and I'm going to call that island, because we're going to create sort of a tropical island kind of theme. And then I'm going to grab my polygon selection tool here, and I'm going to start on the left and click and hold my shift and go right and make a completely horizontal line. And then I'm just going to go, let's start that over again. Try to go left and then we go right. And then I'm just going to start picking points. And what I'm doing here is I'm sort of making a little island selection. And it doesn't have to be accurate or anything. You can do whatever you want. And close the selection. And on that island layer, with black as my foreground color, I'm going to fill with black. Alt-Delete fills that up. And I'm just going to push this up on the horizon a little bit so it sits flat there. All right, let's keep going. Above that horizon layer, we're going to put some grass on this island. So I got a layer called grass. And if you go to your brush tools, let me reset my brush tools here. Layer brush 134 is 3 blades of grass. And that's kind of what it looks like. Let me erase that real quick. Don't need that. And with that brush selected, we are going to just follow the contours of your island and put grass all over this island. So I'm going to make my brush a little bit smaller. And then I'm just going to start drawing grass over the contours of this island. Go from here to there. And make sure I cover that whole section down there. Got a couple floaters. And don't necessarily cover up all of the island line, but you get the gist. You'll see what I'm doing here. And I'm going to make that just a little bit bigger. Cover some of this up and that. And just sort of deviate that. There we go. Looking good. Let me select this layer and get rid of all that grass there. Awesome. Here we go. So we have our grass on our island. And actually, I'm going to... You know what? I'm going to put just a little one right there. It's a little exposed. Okay, that'll work. Delete that. There we go. So we have our island, and now that we have our island, why don't we put a tree on this island? And this is one of the custom brushes I was talking about. So on my tree layer, I'm going to go to Brush, and if you go to Brush Easy, you are going to find some trees, and I will show you the link down below. And I'm going to use this little palm tree right here. And not bad. It sort of gives it an island feel. Now it's coming around. And I'm going to blur that just a bit because it's kind of hard-edged. Gaussian blur, 1 full pixel. And believe it or not, that does the trick. Now I have this couple I'm going to put on the island. And this is something I just got off of Google. And I'm going to put them there. And that tree's a little small. Let me size that up with my free transform. Push that up. Looking good. We need a moon. Right above this top block layer right here, let's put a new layer there. And we're going to call it moon. Moon. And back to our brushes. And I have another set of custom brushes called 8 Suns, also from Brush Easy. And I'm going to pin that. And I'm going to take this giant one right here. And you're going to see what I'm about to do because this is really going to start coming to life here. So with a pretty large brush, I'm going to paint it with a white, a solid white, and click. And look at that. Now this thing's really starting to take some life. on now. Let's put some clouds in the scene. Right above the moon layer, let's start a new layer, and let's call it clouds. And we're going to go to filter and render and hit clouds. And we're going to get that. Now a little super abrasive. Let's set that layer to screen, and that's going to thin it out a bit. And then let's apply a layer mask to that clouds layer down here. And on that layer mask, we are also going to the filter menu, and we are going to apply clouds. And I'm going to mask my clouds with more clouds. And looks a lot better. And I'm going to scale this down because I want to take this clouds layer and stretch it out. Free transform, Command T, and I'm going to go right, and I'm going to go left, and it's going to sort of give my clouds a little bit, make them a little bit more realistic. And then let's level down. So Command L, and I'm going to push my dark to the right a bit, and it's going to start bringing these clouds out even a little bit more. Looking real good. Much, much better. Nice. Take a look at that. That's not bad. Looking a lot better. This part down here at the bottom is going to be our reflection. Let's keep going. How about some stars? Let's put some stars right above the clouds layer. We are going to make a new layer, and we're going to call that stars. And stars are real simple. We're going to fill that stars layer with black. I'm going to make black my foreground color. Option delete fills that with black, and then go up to filters and hit noise, add noise. Now that is going to put a bunch of black and white monochromatic noise. I got monochromatic and Gaussian checked, and I'm only using 35%. And doesn't look too awesome yet, but if we set that layer to screen, it's going to get rid of the black for me. So I just got a bunch of white dots, and we are also going to level this down. Command L, and grab the black again and start dragging right, and you're going to see these stars start to thin out. And I'm going to go quite a bit. Looks much better. Not bad. Looking really good now. Okay, well, what's left? I think we're almost done. But the thing we got to do is we got to get the island and the people and the tree reflecting in the water. So I am going to pick the couple, the tree. You know what? Let's merge the grass and the island. Let's do that real quick. Command E will merge those layers. And let's take right above the couple. Let's create a new layer, just a blank layer. And we're going to pick that layer, the couple, the tree, and the island. And if you hold down the Alt key and come into this little flyout, you can hit merge layers, and it's going to merge those selected layers onto one layer. So I'm going to take that one layer right now that's everything's merged onto. I still have the other layers and the island. There's the one I just merged. They're all on the same layer now. I'm going to take that layer and Command T. We're going to transform it, and then hit your control button and click, and you're going to get flip vertical. And that's going to flip that upside down. Let me turn my other layers back on. And now with that flipped vertical layer that you just made, drag it down. And there is your reflection. And not looking half bad. Now, the last thing you really have to do here is you're going to have to smudge this reflection. And if you use the smudge tool, don't go too crazy. And just start smudging, especially the trees, the birds, the people. And you'll have to go through on the clouds layer as well, and the island itself. And you're really just doing the water ripples at this point. You have to do it on the sun and the stars and the whole shebang. And you are going to get a really nice reflective image of the couple, of the trees, of the moon, and it's really going to look awesome. Let me show you what it looks like when it's finished. This is a finished version I did. Blah, blah, blah. And on top, let me grab that one back real quick, because I'm going to steal some layers. Here's the finished version I did. Drag a layer over there. Which one's new? That was the new one I just did. Old, I'm sorry. There you go. Cancel that. Not bad. Looks pretty good, right? Don't have the couple on there, but you get the gist. And here's the ad campaign I threw on there. I tossed a Corona bottle on there. Let me grab that couple real quick and just drag those two over. There we go. Completed project. and it looks pretty good. I picked the green because of the lime. That was sort of my muse for the whole thing. But not bad. A nice little ad campaign would go great in a magazine, and it looks solid. Delivers a nice little message. Hey, I want to thank everybody for coming on over, and come back again. Have a good weekend.